Hello everyone, welcome back to Raising Vibrations. This is Simon, and today we're doing chart of the day for the 26th, 27th of January 2015. And firstly, I hope that this video finds you in a good space and you're loving the new energy in your life, and you're carrying on with what you need to do. Okay. Cool. So this is an interesting picture that I found on the net that truly captures for me the essence of the energy at the moment. So in the most recent chart of the day that I did, I think it was the 21st, 22nd, we spoke a lot about the nature of chaos and how it can almost seem as if it has this silent way of creeping up on us in situations and circumstances. And if you are into astrology and you understand the nature of Virgo, you'll notice that Virgo actually evolves through crisis, the idea, the expression, the archetype. And what generally happens is that we're going along our merry way, just behaving normally, just doing what we need to do, and then bang, a crisis occurs from out of the blue that shocks us into this panic state of like, okay, we have to deal with stuff. And so that's what we did. That's what full moon was about in Leo, which, by the way, to anybody that is part of the membership program that we have on Raising Vibrations, that video should be up for you tomorrow. So the whole entire full moon just took place with everything going through Leo. And anybody that's actually interested in reading the article that I wrote on it, that will be in the description below, and you can check that out. So that chaotic experience happened, and now we kind of through this full moon experience, the moon has now moved into Virgo, and we're in this interesting phase, what I feel as this ether, void, abstract, something appears to be there, nothing appears to be there kind of experience. Well, that's how I'm experiencing it, at least, and it appears like this picture. It's like we're clear about something, but it looks really, really, really foggy. So, and yet it appears really, really illuminating, but it's really odd at the same time. So what is it? So to me, this picture truly captures the essence, because I don't even know what this is. Like, does anybody actually know what it is that you're looking at this stage? Definitely share with me in the comments below regarding what this is. It's definitely inspired me to investigate the nature of this image. And of course, the state of the energy. Okay, so let's have a look here. We've got the sun in Aquarius and the moon's in Virgo. So the moon will be in Virgo for the 21st, pardon me, not the 21st, 25th, 26th of January, and probably late end of the 27th. So what are we looking at here first? If we had to observe the moon's relationship to planetary archetypes, moons oppose Neptune, which would probably be the reason as to why there's this interesting dynamic of it appears like something's very clear, but at the same time it could be completely off. So it's like, what is it? The moon will actually be approaching the North Node and Jupiter at this stage, and of course it does this every once a month, and it has been doing this for at least 6 months, 5 months, as Jupiter has been in Virgo, and of course the North Node being in Virgo since November last year. We've had kind of subtle impressions of what this is about, but to me, if we had to encapsulate the entirety of the moon moving through Virgo and obviously hitting the North Node and Jupiter, there's tons and tons of layers to the story, okay? What I would recommend, if you want to go deeper into this story, there's a video that I created called the Virgo Pisces Nodal Shift. It's about 46 minutes long, and I highly recommend watching it. It talks a lot about what I felt was something that we as a collective are needing to work through, our psyche, the trauma that is associated with what we've been dealing with as a collective over the last, at least say, 2,000 years, because that stuff's important for us to really look at. But also at the same time and I think this is where I'm wanting to head with this story, is that I'm doing a part 2. okay, of this moon, this Jupiter Virgo stuff. And so I want to kind of bring into this that as we, over the last 2.5 years, have brought ourselves into a lot of like karmic cleansing, a lot of sort of like releasing of emotional debris within ourselves, that the next step for us to incarnate, integrate, work with, however you wish to define it, this Virgo energy has got a lot to do with the service to the self and how we as a collective race can take energy that we are moving through, transmuting, and collect the data, okay, of what it is that we're doing and kind of like ground it into the physical. So collect data, collect experiences, okay, and ground it into the physical so that we can kind of get a good picture of how this new energy on the planet and the new direction for us on this planet is moving, and for us to kind of like understand it in a more deeper way so that we can go from this intense chaotic fogginess of everybody thinks they know what that's going on to nobody actually knows what's going on at all, to be honest. It just we just kind of like putting our thumbs in there and kind of listening to and feeling which direction the wind's blowing and then kind of hoping to catch a lift, as it were, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But I feel that if we could track this story, if we could actually like data collect our experiences and share it with people within our blogs and on our YouTube videos and so on and so forth, I feel that as a collective we could actually do this cool thing, which is the transmigration of ideas. Saturn in Sagittarius is and has got a lot to do also with our capacity to migrate ideas and dissolve boundaries where we have those boundaries within our consciousness, and kind of allow ourselves to say, hey, by the way, I'm tracking this type of experience in my life at this stage, and I think that it's important that anybody that's trying to do this, maybe there's some useful information. And so we migrate our ideas across the oceans that other people in the world can understand. So as an example, my lifestyle at this stage is very heavily invested in monitoring how my body responds to vegan food and raw food, okay? And I find it's incredibly empowering, but there are elements to the story that are very new to me. And I also feel that, of course, as we naturally go through these experiences, we have to kind of observe what we're responding to and what we're responding to. As an example. So does everybody understand what I'm trying to put across here with this Virgo stuff? And especially because the nodal axis is there, especially because Jupiter's there, and of course the moon moving into that place, I feel compelled to share that story and really inspire you to recognize that it's not just about randomly doing things, but actually in some way, shape or form, anchoring and grounding the energy that you experience so that you can in some way, shape or form accelerate your own evolution by doing that, okay? What's also fascinating about the story is that Mars and Juno are connected to each other there in Scorpio. Mars is at 12 degrees, Juno is 11. And again, to me, this is this beautiful expression, and I suppose I can add in the quincunx from Mars, which is in Scorpio, 12 and 11 degrees, all the way, it's running, there it is, all the way to Vesta, the asteroid Vesta, and Uranus, which is in a conjunction there. So from an evolutionary astrology perspective, we always have within ourselves two desires that are always in some way, shape or form in polarity with each other. So an example that I could give to make that clearer would be, if I desire to watch this video, I'm also desiring to not do something else simultaneously. And within us, we all have this. So that relationship actually between Scorpio and Aquarius will correlate to that commitment to something that makes me feel like I don't want to move away from what it is that I'm doing, and that desire to want to explore something that is in a new experience. So Aries would be that new experience, Scorpio would be that commitment to staying osmosed with whatever it is that I'm doing. So you can see here that there's also this interesting new direction and propulsion to expand our sense of being, and yet simultaneously there's also this challenge with Mercury, Pluto, Venus, all in Capricorn, revealing to us this idea about who we are and what we are, this sense of self-identity, okay? How do we express ourselves in ways that defines us? So we've been doing a lot of clearing and cleansing. And finally, what I wanted to add was the fact that the sun is in Aquarius as well as Pallas Athene. So there's this whole experience of new definition, liberating ourselves from the past. Again, consistently always in liberation. There always needs to be this need for breaking free and liberating, and forming new directions. Breaking free, liberating, forming new directions. And then finally, as we break free, literally redefine ourselves and create new directions, we're being of service to ourselves by then collecting the data in relationship to these new directions that allows other people that are going to be doing the same thing or are on that same path to say, hey, there's a community that is around me that is supporting this journey into the ether that's in some way, shape, or form very scary, and on some level is probably very, very challenging and can make me feel insecure. So how do I know that I'm doing the right thing if I'm not going to allow the group, Aquarius, to allow me to feel that I'm connected to something, i.e. a tribe, and to actually know that I can have support? So, this chart of the day over here, from the picture perspective, initiating this fogginess, I feel that this expression of what I've delivered today has so much to do with how we can move forward and how these energies are propelling us in this new direction. So if we want to direct our lives, we must take control of our consistent actions. Okay, direct our lives. That's the Capricorn stuff. That's the Aries stuff. And we must take control of our consistent actions. It's like, right, I'm going to do this every single day, or I'm going to do this on a frequent basis to allow myself to digest and assimilate these new experiences in me. Okay, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do constantly. And I feel this is another beautiful expression, again, of the way that we are navigating this new energy into our lives. If we're wanting to be part of a new paradigm, if we're wanting to change the way that we see the world, etc., we've got to change ourselves inwardly first. And the way that we do that is by anchoring this new energy, seeing how we are experiencing it for ourselves individually, and then collectively sharing it. Okay? Cool. So that was really inspiring, to be honest. I like that message. And of course, I always learn something new when I share this as well. So, it's not me being some person that's got this information and then, I learn as I download it, as I'm speaking to you directly. So it's cool, nice and fresh. Right, guys, thanks so much for watching Chart of the Day. Thanks for all your support when you watch this video. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget the article that's in the description below. Don't forget that anybody that is part of Raising Vibrations membership program, the new moon, or pardon me, the full moon will be out fairly shortly. And other than that, have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye.